So today on Gaming with Rin, we're back with Megastore Simulator. There's two new updates out on this game. One is the AI for the warehouse unloader, so they will unload stock from the trucks in the back. And the second one appears to be vending machines. I saw the message for this morning. So let's take a look. I'm about at day 223, so I'm coming up on 225. So about 50 days or so, maybe since I last played. Or was that, or no, 100 days or so since I last played. So, let's just quickly walk through the changes. So you'll see down here, it's only a little bit different. I have changed the cache area. So I've added a second front cache, and I've added a couple more self-checkouts on the side here. I've made kind of like sections back here for impulse buying. And then here is my sort of kids section. I've got like hoodies, skateboards, toys, and t-shirts. I've moved the grocery store, I think. I don't think anyone's seen that yet. So I've moved the grocery store back to this corner to sort of fill in the space to its maximum capacity. I had troubles with this I guess this emergency fire alarm thing, so I had to put a freezer underneath it because nothing else would fit against the wall. But so I also found a use for the sports, like so the pharmacy aisle is now, I'm using end of aisles for the pills and all the non-pill stuff here. I finished my clothing and music and sports section back here. So we got all the stuff on the tables. I had to rejig some of the shelves a bit to make it all fit, but there's like space to walk around. And it looks a little bit, you know, interesting. Not samey. So I have two change rooms, men's and women's on either side there. And I did start the electronics upstairs. So this is digital media and electronics. I don't have much in here. I really don't like these shelves for the CDs. Like, I want a proper CD shelf. You know, like HMV, man. Has anyone been to HMV? There's plenty of images online of CD racks. You can either have a central rack where you're flipping through stuff, or you can have a rack on the wall showing all the digital media with the names. Like, I'm cool filling up a row of a CD digital rack. Better than putting it in a little basket. Anyway, so that's what's changed in the store. And you can sort of see top down some of the view. Now, I have no idea where I'm going to put vending machines. I could put one at the front entrance under the Megastore sign if it's short enough, I guess. Like, I can put one here. Maybe I can put one on the ends of the aisles. Or on this wall again. We'll have to see what we can get into a vending machine. Also, what's changed is I've opened up the warehouse a lot more. Everything that's in the store that is non-perishable is stocked. I still do manual groceries. So that is not changed. But everything else is stocked. You can see I've opened it up quite a bit. I haven't quite got the last of the warehouse unlocked. I still have this sort of round corner here. But I found I didn't really need stuff. We'll see if I have to work on that later. I got up to three stockers in the morning, and I've got 2 unloaders and 3 stockers in the evening. So most of my work is in the evening. So we'll get through a day or two. So nothing's changed about my routine. I still do bakery in the morning, just to sort of top it up before we start. And I still only employ the baker in the morning shift. I did the outbread already. We'll do these. Okay. So this is phase 1. Phase 1 is deal with bakery. And then I open the store. So none of that has changed. So all of the baked goods is in. Every single product is on the shelf, so that is good. I don't have to do anything more in bakery besides keep it maintained. Alright, so that's bakery. Let's just get rid of this stuff. Doesn't take too long, just a couple minutes. And then open the store we go. So then next phase is still, let's see if we need to top up any of the groceries. So we'll get some bread. Groceries still include candy. Because candy is a food item and I assume it's like perishable. It just makes sense in my head. Bum, bum, bum. So I just quickly go through the grocery aisle, top up anything that looks like it's starting to get empty. I like to hit the meats when they're half full. And then the only thing I have to check here is the cat food. Everything else is non-perishable, so it's stocked in the back. I handle it separately. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna get more of this too. Macaroni. I did try to leave the shelves as sorted as possible. Like this is my breakfast aisle next to the, you know, dairy stuff. And baking on the back. And then I guess this is like noodle cups, snacks, powder. Okay, so we have money for this, so we're gonna order that. And then I swap this again to duck 2. I have one spare self-checkout because it didn't fit on the aisle. My plan did not quite work. Okay, so one thing to note about the unloaders, I don't have them in the morning shift, so they don't come in until 1400. But they do not take things off the trucks that don't have a shelf spot. So all of these grocery orders don't have shelf spots because I stock them daily. So in the morning, I just wheel them off and let the restockers take it from the warehouse to the shelves. And I got 3 ladies, you know, topping up everything all day. And they're usually pretty good at handling anything that they might strip off the shelves. You see, they're already working. There's also now a recycle fee on the pallets. Like, each pallet costs you $10. And you get the money back if you throw the pallet at the end of the day into the recycling bin, or if you let the truck return it. So if I just took the boxes directly and dumped the boxes over here, they would just pick up the boxes instead. But I would shut the truck with the pallets still on here. I would get paid for the pallets back. So that's fine, but I don't do it that way. I just wheel it off and let them take it at their own pace off the pallets. And while this thing is unloading, I just recycle them. So you see you get like $10 back. So my warehouse for everything else generally keeps stuff relatively stocked until the afternoon shift, at which point I've gone around We'll see that in phase 3. This is still phase 2. Phase 2 is groceries. Phase 2. Phase 2 tends to end around 1400, the evening mark. So we do groceries in the morning. Bakery and groceries are the morning gigs. Bakery is just before opening, grocery is the whole morning bit. And then we spend all day on the non-perishables. All evening on non-perishables. So you can already see I have like 9,000 gold coming in. I'm doing pretty good. We're about half an hour from our evening shift and we just rolled off our last grocery thing. So it gives me just enough time to clear these pallets and then switch to the next shift. Alright, so next phase is phase 3 and it's just reordering any missing shelf items. So if I go down the non-perishable sections, I've got sports on this side. I've got toilet paper, I've got propane, I've got golf, I've got the necklaces, I've got shampoos, and all this stuff is on this side is cleaning supplies. Then the middle section I've got the clothing. So we got pants over here and over here. I got dresses on this side. And hoodies up here. And then we got all shirt stuff in the center. So we got t-shirts, golf shirts, suits. So I just top up to 2 boxes. I find that works well enough for me. It gives me something to do. I don't like having too much overstock because then I have no money to do stuff. So on this side is the music, where music starts. We still have a couple shirts on the bottom there, but it's mostly music. We swap over to the next department. So we got like CD, instruments behind me, and then CDs on this wall. And records and things. And then on this side is electronics. So all this stuff is electronic stuff. And then back into sports on this side. Dum dum bum. Get rid of bows. Binoculars. Those are expensive binoculars. Alright, so that took most of my money. You can see in terms of overstock, I only made like a couple $1,000s. Everything else is in the stock. So I can clear the last of these pallets because they finished for the grocery stocking for the day and now they're going through the non-perishables. I just have them all set to every department just so they're never idling. I find it works fine. So here's our new unloader guy. You can see he takes it, these two take it directly from the truck and then just pop it onto the shelves. They work quite well actually. I find they just idle if I try to use them in the morning because I never get to it, but they work quite well in the evening. Boom. And you try to keep this as their queue as full as possible. So as they're finishing departments, I'll keep wandering through and ordering stuff. And just dumping it on the end of the queue. So I know they've already gone through the dresses, but we have new dresses to order. So we're going to do that. Add that to the queue. I do it sort of shelf by shelf. And sort of stick behind them because you can see they're up to the dresses. So they've cleared everything else off the shelves. I can totally run behind them and just keep the shelves full. We'll get one of these, get a couple of those. Couple of those. Couple of those. Oof, I'm already down lower than the amount of money I had before. The dresses are expensive to stock. See, I'm already out of cash. I don't have the money to stock this. Oh boy. It's like, they're stocking things, but how's my money going down faster than what I'm ordering? If theoretically I'm making a profit on stuff. Okay. I gotta be careful because... Let me just check my prices. Just to make sure they didn't... yeah. This one can go up. Can we go to 7? 950. So the pricing mode seems to work fine, I guess. As on a department by department basis. Nothing, I'm trying to make sure nothing's below really 15. Okay. Music. No, they should be making markup, like huge markups on some of these things. I haven't done vending yet. We gotta take a look at vending in a second. So, yeah, theoretically I should be making more money. Just making sure the shelves are stocked. Like, where's my money, man? So we got a few new things for the unloader guys. But for the most part, it ends up being just the stalkers rolling around. Alright, so he's gonna go to the truck. This dude's gonna let the other guy work. Tisk tisk, man. Alright, so let's take a look at vending machines. So we can get donuts and coffee, or pops, and I don't know what that is. This looks like dairy. Well, it's coconut milk. More sodas. Cheese puffs, strawberry milk. I kind of like just the normal bottle idea. Furniture is $1,000. Let's get the first one in and see how big it's gonna be. And to see how many things we can stock in it. Oh wait, I have only one thing in here. Well, I don't need the... There's only one thing. So how big is this gonna be? Oof, that might stand a little tall for my sign, huh? So if I was gonna put it here next to the... yeah, It's too tall for my sign. Can I get it onto this corner? get one there. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna put these things, man. They're pretty damn big. Let's see how many products it'll stock. Let's get the first one in. And we'll send that to the storefront. So there are a bunch of different holes. If you're filling one hole, like ideally it would be nice to have just one vending machine. But we'll see how this works. Like, is it gonna fill a whole row, or is it gonna fill a single slot? Okay, so just flip the day. So we got iced coffee. I'm gonna throw on the top over here. Okay, so it's one slot. Then we got donuts. Put the donuts on the bottom. Okay. This is acceptable. I mean, I'm not fitting very many cans on the... Only 4 cans go on there, but... So, but it does give me the choice of if I want to double it up myself. So there's room for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, so it's 4 times 5, that's 20 objects. I'm gonna throw this over here. So it's just another shelf I gotta check with the groceries, basically. So there are 20 and I've done 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there are 25 items in a vending machine with 20 slots. So I guess I can pick and choose what I want to stock, or I have to double it up to 2 vending machines. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put the other vending machine, honestly. I gotta put one somewhere. Can I put one at the front over here? Or is this gonna get in my way? I guess I can throw one like right here. So one at the bakery and one at the checkouts. Or one flanking either side of the checkouts. One's, you know, on your way out of the store, and one's while you're thinking about checking out. Do I want to pull this back a little bit more? No, I think I'll leave it there. I think that's probably the best I can do, and I got 2, and I'll fill it in once I've got one of everything on the shelf. I'll decide what I want to double up. So right now I'm ordering them. I put the coffee and the drinks at the top, and I put the donuts at the bottom. I wonder if I can do like 1 for drinks, 1 for foods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do 1 for drinks, 1 for foods. So what do I got here? Do I want to move the... I guess it would be easier to just move the drinks over to this side. let me just put this down here so she doesn't stock that. So this one could be foods, and I'm gonna put, actually no, like, do I want to consider it desserts? No, you know what, I want to leave foods over here. I want to put desserts on, or drinks on this side, so we're gonna do it over here. There we go, now we got coffee. So now I gotta do a little bit of designing here while I count the numbers. So we've got 1 coffee, 2 coffees. Okay, we only have 2 coffees, so we'll put the coffees on the top maybe. How many drinks total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 17. There are 17 drinks, so I have to double up 3 of them. 18, 19 to get to 20. So, water and coffee maybe I can double up, or I can double up the... There's too many pops to double up. But there's 2 waters. And... Okay, I'll double up the coffee and the water maybe? Or should I double up the Coke? Water makes sense being doubled up though, for sure. Let's do the 2 coffees and this 1 water bottle. So I'll put coffees at the top. And the other 2 coffees will go over there, and then I'll double up water on the bottom as well. Because we're only getting 4 on the shelf anyway, so. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We've made our decision in terms of the vending. We got the 2 vending machines in. And now it's just a matter of getting the products in. Then we'll go back to, I guess, electronics. Okay, so we go back to phase 1. Phase 1 being bakery. So, bakery. Restock bakery. Decisions have been made. Alright. We're almost done with this one. Alright, so now at least this front corner doesn't look super empty. I would have liked to put like a table or chairs or something. Maybe we'll find a better spot for this vending machine later, but for now it's not terrible. Like, being able to put them outside might be nice too. Can I put them outside? Yes, I can put them outside. But really there's only like here. Can I put them both out here? Maybe I can do that. Alright. Okay, now we'll put them outside. I like that idea better. Can I put it a little bit closer to the other guy? Like, right beside each other? There we go. So now we got food and drinks sitting at the outside. I can check that, I guess, in the morning when I do the bakery. So I can add that to my bakery shift. Just to run by and see if they have any cash in them. I would prefer if they stick a little closer to the wall. Yes, I can get them a little closer to the wall. Much better. Okay. Although one's sticking out further than the other. I'm gonna be OCD about this. I mean, you place them once, right? And they're there. Okay. Like, I got too many pops to double up, but you normally see, like, the Cokes double up and the water. I could do that, I guess. But I'm a coffee drinker, so... Granted, most of those coffees in a can are kind of gross. The Starbucks ones, have you ever had those? Ugh. It's like, if you ain't buying it from the Starbucks fresh, don't bother. That's just my personal feelings. I'm sure they must sell, otherwise I wouldn't still be stocking them, but not for me. No thanks. I think I had a Tim Hortons one once too. I don't know if it was better or worse than the Starbucks, but for some reason iced coffee in a can just has never really impressed me. I guess if you're desperate for the caffeine fix. Is she just twitching a little bit? What's wrong, girl? You scared? Are you glitzing on coffee? Did you get into the vending machine coffee? Yeah, for some reason she's the only one twitching. Alright. Alright, so we're on phase 2. I'm restocking grocery. Dun dun dun. Just to top up the shelves. I don't think we need too much today. So it might be a short top up. Just check candies. Alright, I think we're good. So that goes to dock 1. Let's go get that going. Alright. So purchasing and expansion is typically stage 4. So stage 1 is now bakery and vending. Stage 2 is grocery and restocking the grocery. Stage 3 is non-perishable, so all the other departments restock. And stage 4 is expansion and putting in new stuff. So I have a 4-stage day now, basically. Which is nice for, you know, those ADD people like me. Well, I'm not super ADD, I'm more OCD. But I do like a little bit of variance, and it does give me 4 different things to do in a repetitive fashion, which is a little better than just one thing to do in a repetitive fashion. So I kind of like how I structured my own day here. It's like you know what to expect, so you don't get stuck. I like wondering what you're supposed to be doing. You always know what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, so the restockers, or I should say the unloaders, not the restockers, the warehouse guys are not going to be in until the afternoon, but it gives me time to sort of load up the trucks, get that first load in. I think there's like 10 items on the truck, so I probably don't need 10 items if we're lucky. We haven't emptied out the warehouse fast enough yet, which is fine. It means I have time to breathe. Because we don't want the warehouse emptying too fast. Otherwise we have no monies for expansions. Because it's like we're ordering more than we need. Let's see. So electronics is still good. Sports on this side. We get some more skateboards. We're out of belts. Sleeping bags. And yeah, so we will get this thing in barely before, like, the truck has an hour to get here before those unloaders start working, which is good. And we've gone through the whole thing. So now we can sort of watch them work. Which I like to stand up here and watch them from upstairs. It would be nice if I had a little management office, sort of. I want it over on this side, so I can stare down on the floor. Like having it sit over top of the bakery, like giving me a view of everything down here would be nice. So I could just sort of watch the floor and manage my computer if I need to. Then I can just watch the computer and order from the computer instead of doing it manually from the warehouse. But I mean, it's easier to do it from the warehouse. Dun dun dun. Okay. So they've had about an hour. I'm going to just make sure the restocking is going. So we need more of this. I think I'll also get more toilet paper. We're running a little bit low. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so I can order this at any time. It's just going to queue it on the back of the truck. So we got one of these. Like shelf by shelf, I'm just gonna go add it to the queue, so I can see on the panel there it's already filled up. So when this truck comes in, I'll just order a new truck. I'll just keep tacking stuff onto the end of the trucks. One of those, one of those. Two of those, and we get some more of those. So you sort of see the process kind of works. Like, I'm not really stressed out. Stuff is staying on the shelves. You can quickly see if the shelves look empty, if they're having trouble stocking. Like, they seem to be steadily working. We've got some gaps in toys, but there's stuff available. Same here, there's some gaps, but stuff's on the shelves. We've got one missing item here. But they're stocking. They're doing it. So far I've only seen one missing item, so that's not too bad. I have a hole here, but I don't have a product for it, so that's expected. I can double something up just to fill it, but I've left it for now. Okay, Okay, gotta get more propane in. Do we have those on there? Yeah, okay. They're working through that department right now, so I don't want to double order stuff. Bum, bum. They're doing a good job keeping it stocked. I find, yeah, just needing the 2 in the evening is all I need, because the customers will start to queue up and empty your shelves in the morning, but they don't quite have stuff with stocking to do. And notice, you know, all the pallets, it's gonna refund me when that closes. So I think we're pretty good. I still have the groceries more or less going out. I got one that didn't, which is probably up here on the shelf. Yeah. Okay. I'm usually pretty good at seeing visually when it needs to be restocked. We got the propane coming in. We need more cotton candies. Add that to our queue. I think we're doing okay. We're moving stock. Oh no, we ran out of this one. And this one. And that one. And that one. Oh, they're liking the CDs right now. That's fine. It's relatively cheap to restock CDs. I don't mind. I'll buy one of those. I think we're okay. So everything else is coming in. And there's one more item at the end. Okay. Didn't quite get the hotkeys on there fast enough. Alright. I have a couple of items on the last truck. Okay, and we got 2 items coming, and then that's pretty much it. So we're gonna wait and finish off the day. See, this guy's already... The old dude likes to sit around and let the young guy work, I've noticed. Is that true to life? Whatever, as long as one of them does it, right? Now they can chill out for the rest of the evening. Let the 3 restockers do their thing. Oh, says there's one more. Yeah, he went back out for the last truck himself. And these guys are working. I got 3 dudes and a girl. Oh, I see something empty over there. Charging cables. Alright, are we done? I'm waiting for the end of day. Okay, we got 1 customer there. one customer there. We got 2 customers left. So I like the idea of having more than one checkout. And having the center area be cash. Like maybe if we expand more down this side, I can just move the bakery back and make even more caches. We'll see. Alright, so let's end the day. And then let's see what we can do for expansion. So we got... Oops. I guess we'll keep going with vending. 1, 2, 3. Storefront. Oh, 4, 5. We got drink, water. Oh good, they all got on there. Alright, so we got waters, I guess I can throw on the bottom. Unload that there. So what do we got? Oh wow, we gotta reorder all this stuff. So we'll add this to our... Holy shit, they got it all. Oops. So we're gonna reorder that too. So we're gonna put the waters on the bottom. Okay, so 1 box is 2 spots. So I got 1 box at the back. Lime cola. I'm gonna put the lime colas in the middle. So the coffees are gonna be on the top. I guess I'll put the colas in the middle. And this one is a chips. I'll put the chips up top. And you are an empty box. Iced coffee. Do I have to restock this stuff myself, I wonder? Are they not filling from the back? Sprinkled donuts. Alright. So that's all I have on the truck. So vending seems to have its own kind of phase here. Oh, it looks like we did empty all the vending boxes. So I might want to get a shelf to stock vending if they're gonna go through it so quickly. $25 items. So shelf holds 10. I suppose I can put another shelf in here. I'll think about it. So, that's vending. I can get 1 more in, I think, of vending. I have enough money. Let's put this here. So then we got... what is it? coconut water. It's lemon. It looks like water. Okay, so this is the next one. 1, 2, 3. So how does gathering money from it work? Do I just like look at it and click on it? Collect money X. So this one had no money in it. How did it have no money when I had to refill the refill the coffees? So we got coconut milk. I'll put on milk is kind of a milk product. I'm gonna put it up there. Dun, dun, dun. So we got coffee and milk, and then soda, and then water. This is a soda can. I'll put the soda cans here. Okay. What one was this? This is candy. What is it? Marshmallows. Maybe I'll put marshmallows up one. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna double up the snacks. How many snacks do we have? Ladies, you're blocking the door. Licenses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7. So if there's only 7, then all of them are at least doubled. So I gotta double everything. So candy, like donuts are on the bottom, candy's on the top. Are we done everything on the truck? We are. Okay, so I gotta like double up everything. So I need another chips and another of the donuts. So what do we have on the donuts here? So here's chips, here's donuts, and here's donuts. So we're gonna make the donuts. I think I can get more of the thing in too. Okay, so we'll put the... Nope. Open. We're gonna put the darker donuts on this side. Okay. Okay. And then chips on the top. So that'll give me 14 spots. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Then we'll have, so I have to fill in 3 extra spots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I need, I'll have 4 extra spots. So I can do like a whole row on the top of chips, if that's the only chips we've got. We can leave some of them. We'll just double them for now. In case they add more stuff later. We don't get anything for second boxes. Okay. Alright, what's the next one? It's here. So we've got more cola. some milk and cheesy puffs. Let's get as much of the vending in as we can because it's relatively cheap. So it doesn't look as empty. Alright, so we got milk, strawberry milk, we'll put beside the coconut milk. We got vanilla Coke, which we'll put under the other Coke. Cherry Coke, we'll put beside this one. I mean, I could do a whole thing of just another third machine of just Coke stuff, but I think I'll just keep it like this for now. Alright, and then we got one for cheesy puffs. Cheesy puffs. Do I want to put cheesy puffs with the cheesy chips? I'll put them underneath. I'll put them underneath for now. Ooh. This one off. Alright. Cheetos. That apparently come in a can. They're like Cheetos, but Pringles. Okay, next license is more Coke, and a second coffee. Get as much of it in as we can. I'm not overstocking this one as much, but I'll just refill it in the morning, it's fine. Oh, we exceeded the safety height. We got lemon cola. We have grape soda. We have an energy drink. How many more milks did we have on that list? Coffee. Energy drink. Licenses. So we got one more milk, a water, and orange juice. One more milk and a ginger ale. One more milk, a water, and orange juice, and ginger ale. So we'll put this with the coffees then, up top. Alright, so then we'll price all that. Next. Wow. Boom. Now we're just making a mess. go. What else we got? License. 1600, we can at least get one more in. And then we gotta pause, I think. Okay. It's about where we gotta pause. We almost got the... We almost got it all in. Alright, so we got jelly beans. We'll put that next to the marshmallows. Chocolate chip cookies. And then chocolate milk instead of strawberry milk. What, no regular milk? We only have specialty milk of the coconut, strawberry, or chocolate variety. Oh, I guess because we're selling milk in the store. I got it. I gotcha. It would have been too confusing if there were two products just labeled milk. Alright. Alright, so the vending machines are almost in. I have one more food product. And then the 3 drinks. And then I'll decide if I want to like double up the 2 of the food products. Or just leave them empty in case he adds more stuff later. Alright, back to bakery phase. Okay, goes good. Dun, 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 dun. So it's nice that we can finally place something out in the, you know, the outside area. You know, I would have been fine stocking more pops in the grocery section, but it kind of makes sense being in a vending machine, I think. So then I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so that's bakery. Next day. Groceries. Running low on that. Get some more green beans. Run out of cat or mustard. There's potatoes, peas. Nice. See, the nice thing about having two shelves is if one shelf goes down, you know they're gonna restock it. So that I won't leave the things on the floor. Okay, we're good there. That's most of our cash, but that's what we need to do. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so now we're in phase... Now I have 5 phases, if you add Vending on the top. So now we're on phase 3, if that's the case. Oh, I'm supposed to be recycling. I don't get the money back if I don't throw it in the recycle bin. I have to keep that in mind. I'm losing my deposits when I throw them in the trash. And they do add up, I guess. It's 100 for every 10 pallets. Which will at least order me a box of plushies. Or some grocery object. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's see if we can finish off our vending today, and then we can get back to electronics and digital media, our music. I'm so used to throwing them in the big bin, I keep forgetting to throw it into the little one. That's my bad. Alright, well, we need this. start ordering a truck. Okay, well that truck will come in at least with a few items. Hoodies. Pants. Just grab that while I was standing there. Okay. We'll add that to the next truck. Oh. Ouch. We only get one box of that because it's expensive. Alright, so we've gone through the whole thing, now we gotta wait for them to start unloading trucks. Oh, oops, I sent it to the wrong dock. That's okay, they'll still unload it. It doesn't matter which dock they take it from. I just normally send their stuff to dock 2. So let me swap that to dock 2 while I remember. Dock 1 is my grocery dock. Dock 2 is my unloader dock, and dock 3 I'm using as my my expansion dock. So when I order new stuff, I send it to dock 3. So I kind of have stuff for each of the docks. Alright. So I'm gonna just check the vending machines, I guess. Oh yeah, see, he is filling it. Off shelves, on shelves. Okay, you have some more of that. Now I can kind of restock vending. And the stuff. Grab them some new boxes when they're out in the back too. So they were out of these boxes. That's the only reason I ordered them. There was 0 stock in the back, so... There you go, guys. There's some more vending machine things for you. So they are wheeling out there. Okay. For those. 2. Get one of these, one of those, one of these, one of those. Add that to the queue. Alright, we're doing okay. Floor clear. Okay. I'm gonna get the next vending machine item in. I have $8,000. And we'll finish that off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 8. It's double clicking. Fucking double clicking glitch. I swear some hackers just jerking around. It makes you wonder how they install these things when I'm not clicking on any email links or giving permission to anything. Makes you wonder if it's like the Microsoft directly. Okay, so we're gonna put orange juice there. And the blue lemonade that looks like water at the bottom. And then salted peanuts. In this sort of samey cans, and then ginger soda. Okay. And I'm gonna price all that. So we sold out of chocolate milk. For some reason people like chocolate milk. And chocolate chip cookies.
I love that freshly baked smell.
Let's hide the dumpster so I don't accidentally try to use it. I might actually have some money to do some electronics expansion too. So what money do we make off these things? $400? Chocolate milk. Chocolate chip cookies. And then iced coffee. Oh. Alright. You had stock back for that. He's one of them is coming. Boom! Oops. Alright. These are the leftover phone cases. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at electronics since we're now done with vending. We've got like 12, well, I should do one round in case we have to order a lot of stock. Let's do one quick round. Make sure our shelves aren't empty. For those. Yeah, because we're gonna probably order quite a bit of stuff. I went to look at the vending machines. Suits. So we have to check the levels of the music. Actually okay. 6, 8, 8, 8. We've double ordered everything there, so we're good. Two of those. Ooh, one of those. Those are expensive. So I order it when it goes back down to 0, basically. For most of it. Alright, so we have $4,000. I don't think that's enough. For any electronic stuff. So I go back to electronics. We are on 1800, but these are really expensive to stock items. It's like the computers and the laptops. So I have the table for them already, but I do need to save up at least a little bit of money to stock them. What I could do is I could put one product in, maybe. Because it's like, see here, it's like 2800. I can't even stock these two. I can stock the monitor. So we can get monitors in. It's gonna be like $6,000 before I can get the other things even in. So let's put the monitor over here. I can literally only have one item. Holy shit. We have one monitor. So if I want to get fancy, like I can put extra tables and put like... Wait, they don't even have box computers. It's 2 laptops. No, we're just gonna do that. We'll go up the down and down the up, whatever. Alright, well we got the monitor in. I can get one in the back as well. Just stock it on the shelf, so we have one spare. So this stuff will wait till the guys come in and then they'll take it out, it's fine. Alright, so this is gonna go up top here somewhere, so... Electronics is super pricey. I'm just gonna put it on the very top. This is where this forklift kind of sits, because everything's going to be stocked in this space. Right? Because I got all these shelves to go for music and electronics. Well, we got one thing in. It's better than no things, I suppose. Electronics is just so pricey. Alright, so we're back on... I did vending last night. We'll just quickly double check. Okay, we gotta get another classic donut, and that's about it. Just make sure. Yeah, there's none on this off the shelves. So we'll get that one, and then we're gonna quickly, while that's coming in, look at bakery too. On the truck that's coming in behind it. Alright. That is phase 1 there. So this should just be the vending machine item. Though... You know, I miss being able to walk to the Tim Hortons. I don't have one close by. Or it's just too far away, especially in the cold. I used to like getting their foods, just getting so pricey. So as the food gets more and more expensive, like, I don't shop anywhere anymore because I don't make any money, right? So I'm living off savings. So I've got to sort of, like, I don't qualify for welfare because I still have savings. So I'm one of those people who has a little bit of money, but I'm stuck starving and, scraping by, living a crappier life than the welfare people because I don't have any income. It's not fair, really. Like, they're really abusive to the Canadian peoples in this country. Like, our communities were the ones funding these services that were intended to support our communities, but you've hired foreign people who've stripped everything for the foreigners. So now I can't even afford a fucking donut at Tim Hortons. How's that fair? Like I'm doing the financial audits, right? They're earning more money than we ever did in the same jobs. Like, how do you justify that? Hiring foreign people and then paying them more than we ever got paid. Like, you're just racist. Like, swear to God. Anyway. Like, you're just bullshitting. These are people who don't need to be working because they're already wealthy, right? Wanting to make, like, tons of money so they can, practice real estate or investments fraud. They don't need our freaking jobs. They need, mental health help. Anyway, I have a new presentation coming up for the Fraser Health, and it's just pissing me off. So if you wonder why I'm cranky, that might be it. Oh my god. It's like, it gets worse and worse every time I look at it. It's like, you just get angry because you can see all the abuses that have been done to our communities. It's just awful. Ooh, I can barely order that in. It's like you accept people hoping, out of kindness, and they turn around and they just backstab you. And it's all the same people. It seems to be a cultural tradition to hurt people. It's just frustrating. And you know who I'm talking about. It's the South Asians primarily, but there's also Islamic East Asians, Islamic Africans, and then South Americans, Africans, Eastern Europeans. Pretty much everyone else who's stuck living beside them has gone, you know, exactly like them. Like, they've indoctrinated the peoples who weren't formerly assholes to become assholes, and it's just like, oh my god. It's like there was a reason these people weren't allowed to move around the world. Because they were spreading the problem. They go, oh, that's right. Well, is it though? I think it's more racist that they're attacking communities for wealth. Like, these are wealthy people who don't need wealth. Why are they attacking communities? Oh, because that's how they lived where they were from. Yeah, that's why they were run out of the country they were from. Because nobody wanted them to be wealthy in a region of poverty, because they were creating wealth by impoverishing the folks around them. That's why they fail, and communities they enter and try to run fail. Like, it's statistics, man. It's not about racism. It's statistics. Like, you don't move people around when you're starving people. Like, why are you moving people into a community where people in this community are starving? We have money, but there's nothing to spend it on because you stripped all the food and sent it abroad. But, you know, we're making it here, but we're not allowed to eat it for some reason. That was Africa's complaint to us, right? We're finding that's not the case. It's the other way around. It's going to Asia and Africa. And the Middle East, of course. And it makes sense if you think about it, high level, right? If you look at the numbers of the populations, each person needs to eat, and there are more people in Asia and Africa. So of course the food is going to Asia and Africa. It's not going here. So I laugh that they've been blaming Europeans. It's not Europeans. It's the Middle Eastern Africans or the South African white folks trying to feed Africa. Or it's the Asians, the Sikhs and the Arabics trying to feed Asia. Because they're trying to profit. But anyway, I may be a bit bitter. I've been abused long enough by these communities. Verbally abused, impoverished, bullied. They freaking attacked my health. So it's like, yeah, obviously I'm not gonna think kindly on the folks who are assholes. And I don't think it has anything to do with racism. It's accountability, right? It's like holding folks accountable for the crimes we keep catching them at. Like, I'm Canadian, right? I live in a multicultural city. I know the difference between a foreign-born person and a ethnic Canadian. All we're seeing is foreign-born criminals. And it's not right. It's like, they go, oh, well, they don't think they're doing anything wrong. Well, they are doing something wrong. And we're telling them that, and they're like, treating us like shit when we catch them. Because they're criminals. They're not interested in doing the right thing. They're trying to get a piece of the market and fleece us like we're their con. You know, we're cattle to be farmed to them. That's how they treat us. Like we're cattle to be farmed. It's like racism is on their side. And we complain and we beg and we ask for support and we get propaganda bullshit in the runaround because everyone's so blinded by their bullshit propaganda that you don't even poke at it and it falls apart. It's like I'll just pick up a stick, poke, and then the whole little propaganda lie just crumbles and the guy's standing there with his pants down jerking off. And it's like, oh. That's the imagery of the propaganda bullshit. And we're like, we've had enough, man. We've been traumatized. Like, we're good people, but enough is enough. Like, none of us are, we're all at the point where we don't care if you take all these criminals and throw them on a shooting range or dump them in the ocean. That's how pissed off we are. They've earned it by attacking so many peoples. Like, enough is enough. And we've asked them kindly to stop how many times? And they're like, nope, we're gonna do what we want. It's our place now. And we're like, oh, okay, well, when everyone's shooting you because we're watching them shoot you because you're all fighting over someone else's money, ours, we're sitting there, we're like, shrug, you deserved it. That's the attitude you've given us. It's not our fault. It's how you've treated us. We're not going to defend the people who are hurting us. You're sitting there taking advantage of us, and you never should have been here. We're not the bad guys for asking you to leave. It's like you were the bad guys for coming in the first place. When you were told explicitly we needed these resources, you went, lied, cheated, and stealed and attacked folks. Anyway, so yeah, Fraser Authority, there'll be more coming this week. Ugh. 39 individuals from a single Asian family. None of them told the truth on their employment profiles. Not one of them. That's a teaser. 10 of them did actually claim, like a third of them did actually claim, or a quarter, we'll say, a quarter of them claimed a link to Fraser Health, so they did admit to being linked to the employer. But they all lied about their employment. So out of the 39, 10 of them full on said, yeah, I worked at Fraser Health, but lied about something. Most of it was the duration or the position. Like, they're filling in the gaps in their resume by lying, saying they were at Fraser River longer than they were actually paid at Fraser River. So they were the whitest lie of the white lies, but those guys were still lying. Every one of them. Of those 10 people. Anyway, but that's my little teaser for the next Fraser Health one. It's like, it's just, it makes you want to like scream. Like, these people are such assholes. A lot of them also are lying about their educations, right? They're claiming a degree they don't have. They're working without an education in potentially dangerous roles. Claiming, well, I was educated in Singapore or, I don't know, somewhere abroad. I don't want to have to be re-educated because I already have that education, so I'm just going to lie to you about what my education is. And then they're basically doing the wrong thing because they're not educated properly to do these jobs. They're not licensed because they don't know the procedures. And they're killing people, basically. Anyway, so we're gonna add this and this to the front. Well, we can maybe get one of them in the back. We can get some stuff out. So, you know, they just say, well, if I tell you I graduated at, we'll say UBC, because that was in BC. This Fraser Health is in BC, right? Then I don't have to get relicensed. But UBC has a different program than, I don't know, University of Taiwan or China or Singapore or India. So when you told us you were licensed at, you know, BC, we assume you know how to do these procedures, and you don't. So you're failing things or trying to avoid doing work. Refusing patients. Trying to hide the fact that you're illegal and illegally hired. So this is what we're dealing with. So they aren't even the worst of the offenders. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Anyway, I'll get back to that probably later. You'll probably see that in the upcoming week. See, this one I can throw out manually. This one I gotta actually lift. We're still missing one of the laptops that have not been stocked. But we got the other one. We got everything on the shelf, and we're just missing one of the overstock slots. Now we got stuff for them to load when the day starts. Like, we have hundreds of graduates every year, and you're sitting there stalking people that have no experience from a foreign nation, lying about what procedures they know how to do. Actively, that's dangerous because they're actively in a position where they're denying patient service and they're killing people when they're trying to fake it. Hugely unethical. Alright, we'll do one more day. See what else we can get. Maybe we can get a well, I doubt we'll get a music and we'll probably just finish off that last tier of electronics. But we got the vending in. We didn't do much changes to the electronics section besides fill in one of those tables. Oh shit, that went to dock 2. I'm too busy talking and chatting away. Should be on storefront. Let's go grab our stuff. Oh fuck, now it's not gonna load from dock 2. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna reorder it then. Fuck it. We're just gonna reorder it from the front and it's gonna end up on the back of the dock and I'll have to manually pick it up at the end of the day. So it was cupcakes. There's only 2 items, it could have been worse. And what was it? This thing. Round bread. Do those and get some cupcakes too. Enjoy. He doesn't really... He's thinking about it. He's like, I don't really have any dough. So we have plenty of dough. You just don't want to do anything, man. Alright. One more day. And we're on dock 1. You gotta really watch that delivery point. When it says on the bottom of the order summary, otherwise it goes to the wrong dock. Which is a pain in the ass. Almost out of carrots. Get some more pears, maybe, or no, apples, maybe. Get over here. French fries. I always feel like I order too many French fries. We're good on that. Get some of that. Like, I don't get paid, right? I'm donating my time to do all this stuff for free because the community is so pissed off. And nobody wants to do the research because they all want to keep hiding crime. Like, I could be working in one of these people's roles. Like, some of them are in IT and business, too, right? And I'm qualified for both of those roles. I wanted to be a doctor, but they wouldn't let me get into the, you know, courses I needed to even apply to med school. Now I'm too old, so I'm leaving that for younger folks, but... But there are lots of kids out there from this country who want to participate. I know because I was one of them one day back then. I mean, I'm going through all the convocation lists, right, as part of the audit. So we're seeing who's graduating from what programs, and, you know, we can see the names, right? We can see the people where they claim to be from. It doesn't look like you have any shortage of Canadian citizens who want to do these jobs, but they're not being employed. Because, you know, they're hiring... There was this one Taiwanese woman, she got hired. She was the only graduate in a list of 250. She was the only foreign student who, like, the only one who admitted to being even foreign. And she was the one who got hired by her relative at a franchise. By a racist business owner who was not supposed to hire her. Because she was working too before she was educated. So she was working without a degree in a field which requires licensing and degrees. Like, it was in a pharmacy, right? You're not allowed to dispense drugs or sell drugs without a license in this country. But here they are, they're just doing what they want. So the community's pissed. We're like, we don't want these people here. We had 249 other graduates, all claiming to be from Canada. I'm sure there was at least a handful of them that were actually Canadian. And then they're not allowed to be employed in their own country just because you want to hire the foreign as a racist? And you're calling us dirty names? Like, screw you, man. You ain't fooling anybody in this country. Which is really obvious from all the social media points. Oh, usual suspects, send them back. It's like, I don't think these people are racist. Like, I could start unloading this early, but why? And put this one up here. I think these people are just fed up at the abuse that we've been taking from these communities. It's like, you're not fooling anybody. Like, the bullshit isn't working. Do I have shorts? I do. Okay, that's why I don't want to touch anything. It'll be 2 minutes. They're coming in right now. Yeah, I know. We're going there. They're restocking. I suppose I can go check on the vending machines, since the vending pile has toned down. Holy shit! Yeah, we need vending. Stat. It's mostly the snack foods that they want. You know what, it's like, I can do this one box at a time. Cappuccino, go. Oh, you stocked it already. Alright, well, one there. Chips, go. No! Some has nut chips. Cheesy Puffs, that's what was on that side. Cheesy Puffs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugly people are better at their jobs than beautiful people. And they are more likely to not have lied about it. And honestly, half the people you claim are too ugly to work are more attractive than the people from these foreign nations you're letting work. And a lot more, you know, able to communicate. Because some of these foreigners can't even communicate. They're huge problems. Like, you wouldn't believe all the crap I've heard. Like, some of these people think you have to be beautiful to work. It's like, what are you, from the Middle East? It's like, we are not prostitutes, right? In our businesses, you have to actually work. You're not fucking people. You're not there to fuck the CEO. That's not your job. So then why do you have to be beautiful? Oh, because I want to place you there to create extortion photos to make money off these assholes. Oh, I see now. I see what you're doing now. My mistake. I'm sorry, I didn't realize HR was run by criminal extortionists. Who are, you know, just trying to con folks and create blackmail situations. Like, there's a reason your countries fall apart, right? None of you folks are taking the problem seriously. And you're letting folks participate who have no business participating. And he's like, oh, but well, we're not allowed to tell you you're ugly to your face, but that's what we're thinking. It's like, some of them have actually told me that to my face. They don't care about me enough to lie to me, right? These are not going to the dock, I just realized. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's why you guys aren't doing anything. Alright. I'm gonna have stuff to do here. I'm gonna have to figure out where all these boxes go. Because I gotta stock them myself. Because I'm getting myself upset and I'm making mistakes. Which is why this is my last day. I'm gonna take a break after this. But, you know. This one's the dresses section. At least it'll be on the floor if they need to go grab it. We have a few people still going through. Okay. Let me just do this. So we have... those are the dresses on the top. It's been a while since I've had to do my own stocking. You're that one. You're the white dresses that were on the bottom. You are fish oil pills. And you're the propane. You are the white pants. Which pants? Ash fade. Urban camo, shadow. Okay, you're this one. Oops, that's fine. You are ash fade. There you go. Focus on what I'm doing. Holy shit. Can I have the unloader work from the front truck? Let me just see that. No, he only works from the warehouse. That is disappointing. Well, we'll put these here for now. That's why you don't make a mistake and send it. If you're gonna send it somewhere, just don't send it to the front. Because then you get stuck in this mess. Oh well, the stalkers will catch up and then I'll see what the real warehouse needs are. Once this is all done. This is all music stuff. I will feel the unstalker's pain. The unloader's pain. Music, 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 music. So we deal with a lot of propaganda, and it's mostly bullshit. It's the foreigners call us names to be able to abuse us. That's what we're finding out. It's just they try to like say, but if I call you a name, will I get something for free? Because that's what they've been told, right? And it's just like, oh my god. And like, you know, they're just dumping people here because they have so many people they don't know what to do with. Because their people are not, they're not working on the solution. They're just continually fucking up. They're pushing folks out of their homes and just trying to be the bigger thug. And that's the mentality coming out of these regions. It's like, we don't want that here. That's not what this place was supposed to be. Like, we built a home for ourselves. That's not what we wanted for this home. I think we're finally done unloading the truck from the front. It's just a matter of putting all the stuff up on the shelves. And then finding else what else needs to be ordered. Alright, so let's figure this shit out. So we've got Ocean Polo. That's this one. We've got Crimson Ukulele. Crimson Ukulele. Neon Guitar. That's this one? Or that one? Hold on, is this the white one or the white one? Sunburst. Midnight Black. It's the one at the top, right? Come on. There you go. Midnight Guitar with the V. That one. Snow Guitar. Guitar Bag. Sunburst. Another guitar bag. Alright, what was this one? Classical Collection Vinyl. What's this one? Tokyo Rave. Oh man. Must be this one. Yeah, okay. Tokyo Rave. Digital radio. Digital radio. What's this one, right? No. Oh no, it's something on the back over here. Digital radio. Classical. Digital radio. Star t-shirts. T-shirts were up here. This one? Star t-shirts. Okay. Cool, that one's done. We have the Ocean Polos on the bottom. Over here. Rainbow Hoodie was here. And we're good. Okay. So let me get this crap off the bakery crap off. Because that's blocking my, my loading dock here. So we fixed this one up. We gotta just run around and order some stuff for the unloaders. And then we're good to go again. Cleaned up the mess. Every once in a while you run into a oops. But it's not an unsolvable oops here. It's just, it'll take a little bit of effort to clear it. It's not an unmanageable problem. No problem is unmanageable, it just requires a little effort. Alright, so let me do the orders. Dock 2 is set, good. So we fixed that, and then we gotta get one set of golf clubs, because they're super pricey and they don't stock that often. Two of these dresses. Two of these dresses. Two of these. Like, you've been indoctrinating folks to, you know, treat themselves like shit. And some of us are like, we've had enough of the abuse, man. We're not going to believe the bullshit anymore. We can see what it's doing. It doesn't actually help anyone to support the bullshit. You're not saving people. You're not, you know, giving other people you're just destroying things. Okay. So then I still have to stock the one... I also have to stock the one laptop we never brought in. So we'll see if we have enough money to do that today. And then we can just sort of finish off what we started. Yeah, see, we're gonna require most of this cash. Two of those. So then we have 6,000. Oh, and the stalkers. Like, what I could do is I could temporarily bring a dude in for the morning. Bring the two dudes in. Can you come in this morning, guys? Aw, nope. You gotta do it at the end of the day. Okay, I suppose that makes sense because you're paying them, right? Alright, so if I want to do that, I gotta do the stock shelves myself, or I can just wait till next day rolls over. And then they'll get it gradually when the day starts up again. Let's just clear these pallets. I don't think we have enough to get the last batch of stuff in because it's 4,000 and we need about 1,200 to do the stock for the grocery and the bakery. We've got one purple phone case left before it'll start hitting the shelves. Alright, well, that is Megastore Simulator. That's the new change with the unloaders and the vending machines. And you can see sort of I'm working on the expansion upstairs now. And I'm working on electronics and music. We'll see how much space I actually need for it as I get a little farther. Because I still have I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this shelf. If this shelf is the only one that's going to get filled. So we'll figure it out. Like, I'm going to put one of each thing, and then when I'm done the shelves, I'll double stock stuff to fill the remaining shelf space if I want to do that. So we're getting somewhere. So I think the next one, which will be the watches, which will be the round table, which will probably go in here. I can probably stock the round table. That's the only thing we can really get in right now. So we have this round display. We can get one of those. I don't have one of those yet. Music's also super pricey right now because I have just like one or two of the licenses left. Alright, so we're gonna have to figure out... Guess we'll put it around that way. Guess we'll just throw it here. So you can sort of move around here. It's a pretty big shelf. So we'll see how many goes on that thing. And if we need to back up into another expansion or not. Right now I'm trying to keep the space to the limited amount of sizing we need. Because I don't want a big open empty space that I don't know what to fill it with. Like I have two choices. I can throw that here or I can put it on the end on this side as well. But it feels a little bit cramped on this side. Especially if I'm going to need to place more music shelves down that way. So I'm just going to leave it over here. Alright. But yeah, these shelves are ugly with these little baskets. It works for the balls. It doesn't work for the CDs. CDs need a proper CD shelf. Like, it makes sense, like, this. It looks like you overloaded the sports rack. And, I mean, this stuff works downstairs. It works in this lower section. Like, it's fine for the guitar strings. Like, I'm not gonna worry about guitar strings. It's the CDs that I'm having issues with. It just does not look like a media, you know, a media store here. Like a digital media store to me. Anyway, so that is Rin's Megastore. We'll leave it there. Maybe we'll show again next time there is a expansion. For now, until next time.